Time now for your forewarned weather with Garrett James.
All right, and before we go to Garrett James, we're going to take a look outside. This is a time lapse over Cache Valley. You can see nice and sunny, but we're told that's not here to stay. So let's check in with meteorologist Garrett James with a look at the weather. He joins us live from southern Utah with the very latest. Hey, Garrett.
Well, thanks, Courtney. And yeah, you're exactly right. That sun not here to stay. In fact, we're going to be looking at rainy and snowy conditions, depending on where you're at. And if we look at the radar right now, we're already starting to see that. We can see in the northern portion of the state, we are looking at a rain-snow mixture, snow for the upper elevations and rain in the valleys. But to the south, we can see right on the border of Iron and Washington counties, or really right on the county line, I should say. We can see there's a little bit of precipitation right there, but a lot of this is still outside the area for right now. But we will be looking at this eventually working its way a little bit further to the east and becoming more widespread. So a zoom in shows, like I said, mainly looking at some mountain snow and some valley rain, and then in central and southern Utah we can see there's a few little spotty snow rain mixtures out there. However, it's mainly just some rain in the valleys. However, the futurecast, it does show that we are going to be looking at this slowly tapering off actually overnight tonight, but we will start to see this increase by the time we get to tomorrow. But it's going to take its time getting here, and we can see by the afternoon and evening hours, that's when things really start to ramp up. We can see for the Wasatch Front, looks like some more valley showers, and then even for southern Utah, valley showers and a little bit of mountain snow, and that is going to remain the case for the remainder of Tuesday. But we can fast forward and see that eventually does try and switch over to a little bit of snow being possible closer to the Wasatch Front. And then for southern Utah, still St. George looking at a little bit of rain being possible. But there is one thing that I'll mention in the latter half of the forecast, but we'll still be looking at hit and miss precip chances for the remainder of the week. But late Friday into early Saturday, take note of this for Iron and Washington County. It looks like those snow levels could drop in elevation, and by this computer model, now this is still 5-6 days away, so things are going to change between now and then, but it is trying to maybe suggest a little bit of valley snow being possible all the way into the northern portion of Arizona. So a little bit of snow could be possible by this weekend for parts of Washington County, but for the remainder of the state, we'll still be looking at precip chances by Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Things will start to dry up and will start to clear up a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at winter alerts. We're looking at winter storm warnings in central and southern Utah, and we can even see them over in eastern Utah as well. But take a look. Central Mountains, 6 to 12 inches of snow going to be possible. Northern Mountains, 10 to 20. Southern Mountains, 12 to 24, with Brian Head possibly seeing up to 30 inches, and that's going into effect tomorrow evening. And the same goes with the winter storm watches in effect for the Wasatch Back, and there we can see around Vernal some of those winter storm warnings. Avalanche danger this week, we can still see moderate risk for the northern portion of the state. Temperatures out there right now, currently 32 in Evanston and Heber, 39 Provo, 37 Delta, 41 in Milford, 48 Cedar City, 52 St. George, 48 Lake Powell, 34 right now in Ely. But lows tonight show a few 20s out there, 24 Evanston, 28 in Vernal, 26 Hanksville, 28 in Ely, but everybody else, with the exception of St. George, falling into the 30s tonight. Let's take a look at highs tomorrow. We'll be looking at the 50s primarily, but a few 40s and even 39 sprinkled in there in Ely. So temperatures going to see a little bit of everything tomorrow, just about. For the Wasatch Front, take a look at this. Isolated showers tomorrow, rain on Wednesday, then scattered rain, snow showers on Thursday, scattered snow showers by Friday, then Saturday just a slight chance for precip, with temperatures going from the 50s tomorrow down into the 30s by Friday. St. George, on the other hand, take a look at this. We're going to be looking at, well, isolated rain showers by Saturday, but maybe Friday night into Saturday there could be a snow shower trying to mix in here and there.